Hello and welcome to the Sweet and Treat Reviews.
He's Mr. Treat.
And she's Mrs. Sweet. In this video we review the Nestle Lion Choco, filled wafer with caramel and cereals covered in milk chocolate. It's a wild thing. Doom, doom, doom.
There's someone here we haven't introduced, Mr. Treat. It's my cuddly toy lion, Brian the Lion, and he's come today to make things more on the wild side, ready for our Lion Bar review.
Hello Brian the Lion. As always, we give our opinions on all aspects of the bar, from the wrapper to the appearance to the smell and most importantly the taste. Now Mrs. Sweet, I'm really looking forward to trying the Lion, as I haven't had one for years, and I do rather like caramel wafer, cereal and chocolate. The Lion was launched in 1976 with its rugged appearance and combination of chewy caramel, crispy wafer and crunchy cereals covered in milk chocolate. It provides a substantial, multi-textural bite sensation. I hope it's going to be roarsome, Mrs. Sweet, who is our chief executive, wrapper reviewer of all things wrappers.
Oh, I am, Mr. Treat, and I'm glad you appreciate that too. So this wrapper is very smooth and it's very scrunchy as well. It's really on the wild side, this wrapper, with its lion colourings, its yellow and orange and browns. It's got a really ferocious theme with a beastly lion on the front and the name of the bar coming out of its mouth as if the lion is roaring it out, with the lettering starting small and getting bigger, like the roar is getting louder. Doesn't this bar make you want to roar, Mr. Treat?
Roar!
Well, that was interesting. But I'm sure I've got a bigger roar than that, Mr. Treat.
I don't know if you've got a bigger roar than I have.
Well, I've been holding this roar back for quite a while now, as you do. Get ready.
Roar!
Impressed, Mr. Treat?
Yes, that's quite a roar, Mrs. Sweet.
On that note, it's time to open the bar.
Brian the Lion was so excited to open the bar, he fell over with excitement, Mrs. Sweet.
He did, didn't he? That was funny. So, let's talk about the appearance. It's got a bumpy appearance due to the cereal being under the chocolate. It smells like Nestle chocolate the most. And when you cut into it, you can see all the different layers, which is nice. Layers of wafer, caramel, cereal pieces and chocolate. Mr. Treat, I'm just looking at you. Your hair looks very much like Brian the Lion's mane. Were you going for the lion look today?
No, not going for the Brian Lion look today. Do you really think I look like a lion?
Yes, thinking about it, I hadn't noticed before, but every time I see you, you look a bit more lion-like.
You might be becoming obsessed with lions. You might be seeing everything turning into a lion, Mrs. Sweet.
Well, maybe. On that note, we better move on and talk about the all-important taste.
Taste for me, you get the crunch straight away, and then you're into the caramel. Mostly caramel with this one, but it's all about the textures with this bar, and that's what I think sets it apart. Getting all the crunch from the cereal and the wafer. The chocolate and caramel combines really nicely as well. What did you think, Mrs. Sweet?
I agree about the texture. It's got a nice crunchy texture with the chewy caramel. I can taste caramel the most. It's not an overly sweet taste, but it is sweet, but in a nice way. It's definitely the caramel that stands out for me, and yes, I do like it.
Yeah, a nice textural, chewy caramel bar. Brian the Lion, let's move on to summing up. The Lion lives up to its billing. It is a substantial, multi-textural bar. It's really nice to get all that crunch mixed with chewy caramel. All the textures sets itself apart from other bars. When you're next in the shop, listen out for the roar and pick yourself up a roarsome Lion Bar, Mrs. Sweet.
Oh yes, well, just try and hold back from roaring when you do see one though, but it could be tricky. So I really like the textures, the crunchy and chewy. It's not one of the most flavoursome bars I've had, but the textures fully make up for that. It's a bar with bite. It's a bar with wild textures, one you can bite into just like a lion. Thank you very much for watching our review today of the Nestle Lion Bar. It's a good raw buy from Mr. Treat. Wow.
And it's a good raw buy from Mrs. Sweet.